Hey, thank you for tuning in to the Animated Lounge. I am your host, Russell, here with Smiz.
Yo.
And today we're going to be talking about the Batman video that just released. So for those of you who basically just stay with social media or live under a rock, you might not have heard that they just released the, I guess, a little teaser trailer for the Matt Reeves Batman video. And so we're going to talk about that. So I guess, Smiz, go ahead and go into your thoughts. Because I know you just watched it today. So what did you think about it?
I'm Batman. If I was just, if I'm on the outside looking in, just jumping into it, but I'm not impressed. I'm kind of just feeling like, I'm kind of just, and
Yeah.
kind of the way you and I spoke about some things. If they tune into our Instagram page, the Animated Apparel Company page on IG, they may see some images they'll like soon.
Okay. Little teaser there. Little teaser.
Yeah, they make something they like.
Okay.
But kind of based on kind of some of the rumors you mentioned to me, as far as maybe possibly the bat being made out of two pieces of the gun that killed his parents. I'm looking at these images and these stills. Again, go to the Animated Apparel Company's IG page. They're going to be there. You can kind of get a better look at what we're talking about now.
Plug in the page.
You gotta plug that page. And that trailer we saw, that trailer was it was so dark and ashy and grim with like a Star Wars meets Westworld remix beat. And it's like, So I'm not impressed, but I'm not disappointed. I'm just kind of hoping for some more content, basically, as far as Batman.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like it's something they just kind of put together real quick. It's kind of like for fans to kind of build hype, kind of thing of like the movie. I mean, personally, I guess I'm kind of neutral about it. I mean, I think so far it looks cool. I think the big thing for me is that there's just no like bat nipples or anything. So they specifically, they're not gonna do bat nipples anymore.
Bat nips.
But I mean, I think that like the kind of, I guess you say more like the geometry of the suit, pretty much, because it had those really hard cuts. But this is supposed to be like a Batman in year 1, year 2. Mm-hmm. So it'd be interesting. I guess the thing for me is like the helmet, like the body of the suit was cool, but it's just like the helmet was kind of, it looked a little amateur. But I think that might be what they're going for, though, is to kind of get that little. But amateur, but he's also like, gotta remember, like, Batman's like a billionaire amateur,
You hit it right in the head, because this helmet looks like a Captain America World War II helmet with like some triangle metal slices of piece on top. If we're gonna go that route, I don't know.
Now, remember from like, Christian Bale's Batman video, how he had, think Batman Begins, where he's getting started. And so, I mean, his suit wasn't, they kind of showed like the evolution of the suit, which it doesn't look like we're going to get so much that. I guess for me, I guess they're too early into it to actually give us a real trailer, but I would really like to know what the synopsis of this video is going to be. Because I mean, they put out the actual suit and just want us to see that. That's kind of cool looking, but I was curious to really know like what the synopsis of this Batman movie is going to be. Because apparently there's supposed to be so many villains. It's supposed to be Catwomen, multiple cats.
Yeah, actually, that's right on the head. Because this is like the animated movie. There were multiple Catwomen kind of in her little, I don't want to say conglomerate, but her little, I guess, clan crew.
Yeah,
so it's kind of. Part of me is like, I don't want to see this bat suit. You hype this suit up, then I get an hour and 40 minutes of a 2-hour movie of no suit. You wearing, ragged jackets and clothing, and then we see the suit for the last 20 minutes. That's what I don't want.
I wonder if we're gonna get like a training montage of like
an 80s montage of the training.
Or are we gonna get? Because I wonder like how different this one's going to be from the other movies. Like I'm sure they're probably going to maybe pull some aspects of that, but obviously this is a whole new Batman, whole new story. So I wonder really how it's supposed to fit into the whole DC universe as a whole, or is it just going to be another just kind of still Batman movie? So, but the way they're
kind of like what you were saying. If those rumors are true, kind of about the gun, we'll definitely see the opening. We'll see how traumatizing the shooting was.
We'll see.
And hopefully they skip the part where he went off the train. Maybe they show where he comes back. Now he's in Gotham wanting to make a change, but he's clumsy. He's not used to the rooftops. There could be snow, so he's slipping, or like kind of like the animated series. He was fighting guys on rooftops. He was accidentally throwing people off the roofs by accident, so he had to try to save people he was throwing off the roof while getting shot at. So it's like that was a dope movie. So I hope they kind of go that route.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool to see like him, him actually, meet Selena Kyle. Which I mean, obviously, there's like that backstory where he kind of knows Selena Kyle anyway. But it'd be kind of cool to see like, all these villains really, really start. I guess the thing for me is I don't know who the main villain is going to be, because obviously from a story perspective they got to have like one main villain. But I wonder if it comes into it like Gotham as a whole is like already being ravished by all these different villains. So you got Penguin ruling one area, you got the Riddler, you got all these villains kind of running amok. And so then he comes in to do something to look, I got to save this city, like he's Arrow. Jumps kind of jumps into it, and we kind of see how, I guess, how like a semi inexperienced Batman would have been. So that's interesting. But I guess like, because everyone's going from the suit, but I think the thing is we can't compare like this Batman suit to like Ben Affleck's Batman suit, because Ben Affleck Batman apparently was like the seasoned, experienced.
He was super seasoned.
Yeah, like this Batman. Yeah. It's seasoned salt, lemon pepper, onion powder.
Oh man, you got that Lowry seasoning out when that script poured it right on the desk.
Yes. This Batman ain't even done cooking yet. This one's still in the oven.
Oh man, I appreciate that Batman. Maybe because it was Ben Affleck to me, because like barely, I don't know. That's a whole nother topic. But you're Daredevil, now you're Batman. Kind of like old boy being Human Torch and becoming Captain America. You kind of barely pulled it out for me. I'm still in my head.
Kind of seems that's kind of how like with like almost all these actors, it's like they all get one superhero movie that they just like suck at, and then they do the next one great. It's not so much the acting, because it goes into like you have like lying. Directing, story. I mean, I know we put together some stuff, and sometimes you can have somebody who's like really good for a part, perfect casting, but it just fails from a story perspective. So the story itself is just horrible. So directing.
Shout out Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Yes. I like Ryan Reynolds as an actor, but from now on, Ryan Reynolds is always Deadpool. It doesn't matter what else he's in. If he's in another movie, it's like, oh, Deadpool's in that movie. Did you go see
Deadpool? You're Deadpool.
He was Deadpool and waiting. So.
Yeah, he's lucky we kind of erased Green Lantern out of our memories, because we remember that stupid CGI suit.
Yeah,
that was boy, or the Wolverine movie with the mouth all sewn up shut. Yeah,
I remember that. Which I do like at the end of that Deadpool movie. They kind of went back and retconned all that, let him kind of get his closure on that.
Yeah.
So, but I think kind of back to this Batman. I guess, how do you think Robert Pattinson is going to do as a Batman? Like, do you think it's going to be like a surprise? Do you think it's going to be, like?
I don't have any expectations, honestly. I'm just kind of thinking, what I don't want is the raspy, what did you do with her? I don't want that. Dolby surround sound raspy Batman. And you figure, if it's year one Batman, he's going to be younger. His voice isn't established as a, hero. He's trying to figure out how to strike fear into their heart. So it's going to be a little bit different than it would be a more experienced, I got my style down. They're going to see a dude dressed like a bat, like, who is this clown? Let's beat him up. Versus the more experienced, hey, yo, this Batman, let's dip. You know what I'm saying? So it may work out.
I think one aspect of Robert Pattinson, I think, is probably that it's going to be really good as far as Batman goes, is that it seems like he's taking on more like serious type roles. Yeah. So he kind of gives me that more serious type actor vibe. So I have a feeling he'll probably be able to pull off the Batman, especially he puts on a little weight and everything. Yeah. I think he can certainly pull off the Batman aspect. The only thing is, I mean, I've heard his voice. I remember his voice back in Twilight. So, so I wonder what they're going to do there. Like, they go straight, if they're going to do are they going to do the Batfleck? They're going to do the Christian Bale, mixture of both. What are they going to do? So that's going to be interesting what they do. Then I just want to see like what the gadgets are going to look like too. Like what kind of gadgets they're going to use, or and then how is he going to pull off the Bruce Wayne aspect of Batman? That's because essentially Bruce Wayne and Batman like two totally different personalities in one guy. So
he'll probably deal with. Hopefully, they show how he deals with that too. Kind of being a new guy, you got to be Bruce Wayne all day long, and then fight crime all night long. You got to figure out your schedule now, Bruce, because you know what I'm saying. You're a billionaire, taking over the company. You can't be running these streets all night to 5 a.m. Then you got to wake up at 6 and run the company. You'll be burned out, buddy.
Running the streets, literally.
Yeah.
At night,
so literally running the streets. No Batmobile yet, so you drive basically a Lambo with no badges, hoping for the best.
Oh, I forgot, like the Batmobile. So that'd be cool if we're gonna see like how his Batmobile's created. I thought they showed something about that, but that'd be interesting. See how his Batmobile is created. I think probably the most interesting aspect to me for this movie is probably gonna be the villains. Like the villains to me are gonna be interesting because it's like. We've kind of seen Batman in all his different, aspects and all the different actors that played him. But to get this many villains in one movie, it's going to be okay. Is it going to be kind of like how Gotham is, where Gotham is more like, the building of Gotham the way it is? Is it going to be something like that? How are they going to... I guess that's my thing is, how are they going to put all these villains in? And how's every villain going to get, their own shine kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's kind of the... interesting aspect for me.
I know in some of the comics and even the movie. Well, a step back. One thing people don't even really realize, but I think about when it comes to Batman. Most of these villains kind of started out with just these nicknames, kind of like even Cobblepot kind of had a little whack when he talked a little waddle. Okay, you walk like a penguin, Cobblepot, you're the penguin. But as they kept encountering Batman, he beat them down so much to where it's like, yo, I need these modified enhancements myself. I need this modified umbrella, these talon claws. I need these gadgets as a Joker or these claws as Catwoman to be able to combat Batman when I fight him. So Batman really made some of those villains evolve, and then he had to evolve to fight their evolution and so on and so forth. And it's like, it's full circle. Because if you'd have been just kind of random guy, fighting in daylight, okay, so you got Superman, no biggie, but you're in the darkness, scaring people, giving people these mental breakdowns that are criminal. They want to. It's basically how it started. Oh, I got attacked by a huge man bat. A man bat? What's wrong with you? It's a man bat. That's not real. Then they people calling them crazy and they want to prove it. So it's kind of how that Batman lure started, and people kind of just went into their own. I don't want to say psychosis, but they started going crazy themselves, trying to prove Batman was real. And he's just tormenting people, So,
hey, Batman tormenting everybody.
Straight boogeyman.
Yeah, so it's gonna be. It's kind of. Well, I guess the kind of thing about the larger DC universe, because like even heroes are like afraid of Batman. Yeah. There's one animated movie I was watching and it had I don't know if it's I don't know if it's Justice League War, but like he meets Green Lantern for the first time, and Green Lantern's like, oh, you're Batman, and he was like, what are your powers? And Batman just kind of looks at him. Yeah, he's like, really? But that's the whole thing. Is like Batman is just strikes fear in like everybody, like villains, heroes. Even Superman is like. As Superman is, well, I say it's powerful as Superman is, but Superman has been like knocked on his back so many times. It's just like, dude, come on.
He can be a bit of a simp.
Yeah, it is. they're like Superman's the strongest hero ever. Like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
He could source sunlight for a while, but Superman doesn't fight crime at night. He fights it during the day.
And apparently, he can't get too much sunlight. Then he gets kryptonite cancer. So
what? But yeah, I think that's part of the appeal of Batman. He's just a regular guy. So he's an average guy with some money, kicking everybody's butts. I took Green Lantern's ring off. I got these kryptonite gauntlets. I'm beating Superman down. I lured Wonder Woman into my lairs, all kind of stuff. So it's like, man, it's Batman.
Right. Like Batman is like an iconic hero for a reason. Like Batman is, everybody pretty much knows Batman. And then like if you ask everybody, hey, what's your favorite DC Comics hero? It's either Batman or Superman for most people. Oh, it's Batman, definitely. Most people aren't going to say Green Lantern. Green Lantern's cool, but most
they're
like, I ain't talking to you anymore. Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, that's your favorite?
Yes. It's like out of all the heroes you could have chosen, you chose Green Lantern. Then they got to ask you, well, which Green Lantern? We talking about Hal Jordan, or which one are we talking about?
Yes, anyone that's.
It's like because like I feel like I'm a comic book nerd, but when you get around, there's like I've always feel like there's different levels of like nerdism. So when you get to a certain level, like you think you're a nerd, and you get around somebody that's like a really, you know, that has a higher degree of, you know, nerdism than you.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, which Green Lantern? And then you're trying to recall like all the Green Lanterns, but you only know of like 2. You know, and then they're just like
Stewart, Hal Jordan,
Kyle Rayner.
Yeah, they're giving their blood types and their socials. I'm like, I don't know that much. I just know these names and who I like. I don't want to know every character.
Well, it's like, like I walked into a gas station wearing a Flash t-shirt, and I wasn't even thinking about it. I walk in, and the guy's like, he's like, "Oh, before I give you your receipt, you got to tell me which Flash is your favorite." And as much as I like the Flash, and I'm pretty versed in the history of the Flash, I completely just drew a blank because I wasn't.
Yeah.
I think I had my headphones on, you know, so like I was totally like thinking about something else, and I was like, Barry Allen, and he's like, Barry Allen.
Yeah, like you asked me a question, and you're upset as a nerd because you're nerdier than me. Don't get offended, Barry Allen. It's like Barry White.
He's like, Barry White.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Huh? What? Barry White. Barry Manilow. Like what? No.
Yeah, you could have said those. You got it right.
Yeah. So.
You should have been a jerk next time. Flash Gordon, OG. How about that, buddy? Let's get on with the metal hat with the things on the side.
Then he talked to me for a minute, and after that moment, because when it comes to like marketing and stuff, sometimes I'm always thinking, oh, well, I should just, you know, be that guy that tells everybody what I do. But then I'm kind of like, I don't know, you know. So I was sitting there and I was thinking, man, I should talk to that guy about the store. Huge comic book nerd. But then I was like, I don't know. I kind of blew that opportunity because when he heard Barry Allen, his face was just like, really? Holding meter change and everything, really? What about Wally West?
Wally West.
I like Wally West Flash, you know, so.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know how that can go. So, with Batman tying into everything, do you think they're going to go the unpopular route as far as... Because there was a series, and it may even still be going on right now, and it basically said Batman wasn't only human, he had a metagene. And his metagene was his intelligence and him being able to adapt to stuff quickly and learn quickly. And people were upset. So I wonder if they're going to try to, you know what I'm saying, put that into the mix, or... My thing is, for me, Batman is going to be Batman all day long, but you can kind of take different paths. So, like, what was that when they had the alternate dimension? Oh, Flashpoint Paradox, when Batman ended up being his father because the son got killed. That was super dope. Like, it was still Batman in his core, but instead of the father being shot, it was the son being shot. So then that Batman only used guns. So that was cool, but it was still Batman. Just the weapon setup was different. So I wonder if they're gonna try to, you know, like we all know what to expect from Batman. So how can you make this Batman different but still as good as the others that came before this movie? That's my biggest question.
And I think that's something that you could do. I think that, you know, because basically now that the DC EU is pretty much kind of not so, it's just not really connected like the Marvel Universe is, but they can really use that to their advantage and just kind of have a Batman that's different. And then depending on how fans react to it, they can say, oh, well, this isn't Earth Prime. This is Earth, 107.
That.
You know. They can just do that. And I feel like it gives them an out when movies suck. So, like, when Birds of Prey doesn't do very well, they can just say, oh, well, it's not part of the universe. Well, know?
Yeah. Because, I mean,
but then if something does well, it's like, okay, well, that's part of the larger.
It's just like, so much to try to wrap your head around. Even like I said, different alternate realities and dimensions, universes, even Owlman. Like, there's so much they can touch on if this is done right. Now,
if they do Owlman, they got to make sure they cast James Woods. I won't even take it if it's not James Woods.
What about somebody weird like Will Arnett? Owlman, what are you doing?
They're like that, or like Will Smith.
Boy. I don't like that. Oh,
whole movie. I don't
like that at all.
Whoa!
Just it's overreacting. Whoa, man! Stop! Oh my gosh! All right, just screaming with the face shake. Ah! Is that Will Smith? Oh man, the rookie Man in Black Will Smith as Batman year one.
Right. I like Will Smith as an actor. It's always fun just making fun of people. But
Yeah,
I do like him as an actor. It's just he's cool. He's a cool guy. So if Will Smith happens to stumble across the Animated Lounge podcast one day, you're a cool guy. It's just sometimes
come on the show, Will. Come on the show. We'll help you edit your own content. I think you TikTok anyway.
We'd interview you. It'd be hilarious. But
yeah.
All right, so I guess that's a wrap for this one. So check us out on the next one. We'll be doing these podcasts. Try to get these coming to you on a regular schedule, like every week. So, but all right, I guess, Smiz, is there anything you want to say before we just awkwardly walk right off?
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and all our social sites, or I'll find you.
That definitely just struck fear in the hearts of all the listeners.
Good old fear. Don't be alarmed, guys. It was just me. Everybody be cool. It was just me. I almost got you.
Yeah, he's really Batman.
Oh, Christian Bale doesn't sue us for that. I think it was really him.
I was not on that podcast. Like, why are you talking like that? I wasn't there. But what are you doing with your voice? What do you mean? Like, what?
You got a cold?
Is that how you talk? Yes. What? You don't always talk like that, do you? Like,
he needs a lozenge.
Oh, okay.
Sponsored by Ricola. All right, I'm done. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out of here.
All right, we'll catch you guys on the next one.